Let's talk about Joe Biden. So currently, Joe Biden is number one in the polls for the Democratic primary. He leads Sanders by a decent amount, usually around 8 to 10 points, which is higher than it used to be. It used to be only about 2 to 3 points. So Biden's looking pretty good. He's leading in some important states also. Here's the thing Biden is kind of an awful candidate. And I'm not just saying that because I personally dislike the guy. I actually don't dislike Joe Biden. I've met Joe Biden before. I thought he was a personal, affable guy. And the speech he was given, I had a hard time disagreeing with anything he said. He gave a speech on grief that was beautiful, quite honestly. He had a turn of phrase that I still remember to this day. He said that eventually the thought of your loved one who you've lost will bring a smile to your face before it brings a tear to your eye. And I thought that was a pretty profound statement. So I'm not a Biden hater, per se. What I do disagree with is making him the Democratic nominee. And here's why I think this is a bad idea. First of all, he hasn't even started his campaign, and 4 women have come forward accusing him of inappropriate behavior. Not sexual assault, but inappropriate behavior. I guarantee you that number will go up. It will go up probably 3-4 times what it is now. Joe Biden has a long history. Three or four times is on the conservative side. So there's that issue. The second issue is Biden is a gaffe machine. He's just makes these off-brand comments all the time. You can look them up, like saying Obama's the first clean and articulate black man to run for president. Saying you can't go into a Quickie Mart unless... not a Quickie Mart, oh my gosh. You can't go into a 7-Eleven unless you have an Indian accent. And just all these things are like, whoa. Okay. And telling a crowd of black voters that Mitt Romney's going to put them back in chains. So there's the gaffe aspect. And then there's the fact that this guy, first of all, is incredibly indecisive about running for president. He thought about running in 84, decided not to at the last minute. Thought about running in 2004, decided not to at the last minute. And thought about it in 2016 and decided not to at the last minute. And then the 2 times he did run, 1988 and 2008, he did awful. He was out before the first primary in 1988, and in 2008 he got less than 1% of the vote in Iowa and dropped out. So he's not exactly great at this. He has the vice presidency now and universal name recognition, so he will do better. But I'm just saying, he's not the greatest campaigner. Now to what I believe is the most substantive issue. Joe Biden has been wrong on almost every issue. And I'll tell you specifics. So Joe Biden wrote the 1994 crime bill. The 1994 crime bill doubled the prison population in 10 years. It established 3 strikes laws. It established mandatory minimums. It built more prisons. And hired more police